Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to more WWE Smackdown vs. Raw 2008 General Manager Mode. My name is BrendenPlayz, and this is going to be big because it's been a couple of weeks since I've done a GMO video. I've been focusing on Universe Mode, plus some other things got in the way. So, last episode was SummerSlam, and we are in for a big show. And here is what happened. We got a 5-star match on our SummerSlam match. It was The Undertaker versus John Cena in a Hell in a Cell single match. And the overall show got a 5-star rating. So we did well on the show for the one match that we were on. So it didn't really make much of a difference in the ratings. Obviously, you know, you get a bit of a spike, so they say, in your ratings from the pay-per-view, but it doesn't really turn into viewers at all or anything like that. So here's where the roster's at. Obviously, Cena and Undertaker very hurt from that Hell in a Cell match. They should be okay to go by the time Smackdown comes around, because we have boosted up their fatigue recovery rate. But we are wanting to make a trade. It is time to make a trade. So we have decided to bring in some fresh talent. And the man we've decided to bring in is Triple H. And we're going to trade Kenny Dykstra out. And I thought I'd be cheeky too. Let's try and get someone else for us. We'll go 2 for 1 here. We'll get Gregory Helms, 39 popularity. Accepted. So we have now got Triple H, Gregory Helms on the roster for Kenny Dykstra, which means we will not lose a cruiserweight, and we will also gain Triple H, which I believe is a legitimate possible contender for the World Heavyweight Championship. So very happy about that. Plus we don't lose a cruiserweight. You know, that's why we brought Kenny Dykstra in. We did a kind of similar trade. You know, getting in an extra guy. You know, another guy on another trade. You know, we didn't really want him, but you know, we went that extra step. We tried our luck. And it worked. So, happy about that. We've got Kenny Dykstra now on the roster, and that fills another spot for the cruiserweights. So, no loss at all, really. I mean, Kenny Dykstra, we haven't really been doing much with him anyways. So, we got Triple H in now, so that will be good. It means we can spice up the main event scene a little bit, because it has been kind of the same shit over and over and over. I know that's the case. We've kind of just been rotating the rivalries around. And in fact, I even accidentally started doing the same rivalry over. I did John Cena and Undertaker again. But here is what we have. So a lot of these are going to probably end. I mean, most of them are scheduled to go to No Mercy, so they should probably go to No Mercy if you want them to. But I'm actually going to think about cutting a few off. So SummerSlams, we have 2 SummerSlams. So Kane and Brendan, that will end this week. So we will do a bit of a payoff show. And this can be our own little SummerSlam. For all the matches that didn't really get featured on SummerSlam, we'll feature them on this week's show. So, the Brendan and Kane match and the Mysterio and Nitro, both of those feuds are going to end because they were scheduled to end at SummerSlam. They haven't, obviously. They'll end at after the end of this week's SmackDown. So that means those guys are going to be moving on to something different. What that is, I'm not sure. But, it's a little bit of a situation because Johnny Nitro just defeated Mysterio for the title, and now that feud's going to end. I actually want to extend that feud, so I'm going to probably have to restart that feud and lose all the fan reaction that it had, and lose the momentum that it did build, unfortunately. But I guess that's just the way it goes. So we've got a big week coming up. You know, we've got some good matches here, and this is going to be a good show to watch. So. We've got a couple of title matches, as you just saw, the Nitro and Mysterio Cruiserweight title matchup. That should be good. And, obviously we got these feuds that we want to just continue doing. And I'm not sure if we're going to do many to No Mercy, the original planned out feuds, or if we're just going to end it up. And, as you just saw before, the earlier match, the tag titles on the line. Obviously, the Hardy Boys have been dominating Crime Time for the past few weeks, and they rightfully deserve a shot at the belts. But can they get the belts from Crime Time? Can they get it done? I mean, Crime Time have held the championships since the beginning of GM mode, so all the way from April and August now. That's 4 months. That's a long time. They've really impressed. Mind you, there hasn't been a strong division coming at them, and the Hardy Boys are probably their first legitimate strong threat. And Triple H is going to make his debut match, not in the main event, but we're going to put him in the United States Championship matchup, surprisingly. We're going to do that, add him into the Elijah Burke MVP situation. A good way to get Triple H used. And, he's not going to be needed in the main event world title match for a bit, so why not have him run with the United States Championship belt for a while. And speaking of the US Championship belt, even though I have given MVP a title shot, he had just had one, he just lost the belt, and he just had a rematch or whatever. doesn't matter what I do. If I give someone a title match for the US Championship belt, that's not good enough for them. They're still like, oh my god, why haven't you given me a championship match? I just gave you one last episode. I mean, these guys are very picky. They're frustrating. Very, very frustrating. And obviously they all want the world title match. Obviously want a world title title shot. But you can't all have a title shot because not everybody is in contention for it. So that makes it very difficult to try and satisfy everyone by giving them a title shot. You know, when you do actually give them a championship matchup and it's still not good enough for them. You know, there has to be a Pacific belt, which is frustrating. So that's this week's card. And the Batista and CM Punk matchup, the winner of that will be the #1 contender for the Undertaker's Championship. So we'll probably end the feuds we got and we'll go forward with those. But we're going to play the Hardy Boys versus JTG and Shad. So Hardy Boys versus Crime Time. We're not going to play it actually, we're going to watch it as it is a championship matchup. So this should be good. And I'm excited for this one. So yes, SummerSlam was good. No Mercy is going to be better. We've got a lot of things planned, and you know, the build-up has been good for SummerSlam. Obviously, only one match was disappointing. But obviously, No Mercy is about 5 weeks away, 5-6 weeks away. So we've got plenty of time to build up to No Mercy. It's still not kind of a, oh my god, you know, we haven't got no time and we're just starting new feuds. We've got enough time to build up the feuds to the point where we can probably get 4 stars from every single match that we do if we start the feuds right here, right now, which is not a bad situation to be in. You know, it certainly could be worse, and you know, we are behind the ratings. More importantly, we are 300,000 behind the even mark, and that's still worrying. We've arguably putting on better matches and better pay-per-views, but it's still not kind of translating into ratings somehow. It's disappointing. And I guess that's just the way the game works. You know, even though you put on a better show than your opponents, you get, you know, every single match you put on was above 3.5 stars, but yet they give you a 3-star overall show. That's, you know, that's frustrating. I've touched on this many times before in the videos, but that's just the way it goes, and you have to kind of, you know, suffer with that. But at the moment, you know, we are behind the 8 ball, but we are starting to get the right roster we want, and now with the introduction of Triple H onto the show, I think, you know, we've got some better feuds and better world title matches up our sleeve now. We've got a whole new guy to add into the scene, and you know, who knows, we may try and bring in someone else as well. If you've got somebody that you'd like me to bring in who's a main event guy, make sure you let me know. I was thinking Shawn Michaels, I was tossing and turning, but I went with Triple H. Obviously there's Edge as well, Bobby Lashley. That's probably really about it for the guys I was looking at, but yeah, so there's plenty of guys we can bring in still, and who would offload, I'm not sure, but I do want to have a clear, distinct main event to mid-card, upper mid-card, and tag team cruiserweight division. So I really want a clear, distinct roster on who's who. And a lot of you guys are saying, well, you should have the mid-card at all of them who's in the US title matchup at 90+ popularity. But then obviously then that would conflict, in my opinion, with the world title scene, because, you know, if, let's say Batista's on a 6-match losing streak and at 96 popularity, someone who's at 93 popularity, who's on a winning streak, is going to be above him in the title scene, and he may be the US champion. So that kind of conflicts with what we're doing. So we keep them around that, you know, US title contenders, and, you know, 85 to probably 93 as it is anyway. So the highest they'll get is around that 93, 95 tops mark anyways. And then we have the cruiserweights. You know, the cruiserweights can realistically be wherever. They're normally around the 80, low 80 mark though. And the tag team guys are around that low 80 mark as well, which, you know, they could be higher as well. But, you know, obviously then they want to go for the world title matchup, and it just conflicts with everything. So we kind of just make that clear, distinct on the roster. So some of you guys are suggesting that I should raise the popularity of certain divisions, but I still think if I raise it, it will, if I raise it, it's just going to be very conflicting with what I've done already. So, you know, main event is 95 plus, so if anyone kind of gets around that 95 mark that we don't really want to, you know, not saying that they don't deserve it, but if we don't want them to really be there, it starts to fuck with everything else. So we've got a big rivalry going with Cena and Punk, and John Cena is the world champion. CM Punk's is the #1 contender on 95 popularity. If someone else comes along with 95 popularity and gets above a CM Punk, that will push him out of the title picture, and we won't be able to have him in a title match, which kind of ruins all your build-up, ruins everything. So I've done this plenty of times. I've messed it up many times because I did everyone at 100 popularity, and all the guys that actually wanted to be in the world title picture ended up being, nowhere near it because, they either weren't winning, and that or because all the popularities matched, it kind of was just a random pick, who was in the title picture or not. So that's just kind of answering that little remark that some of you guys were giving me, and, I do have to apologize again for the delay in GM mode videos. I went ahead and recorded the next few, so there should be a influx of GM mode coming up in the next couple of weeks. And I have been busy with some other things. I'm not going to really get into it because you guys don't really care. You guys don't want to hear excuses, but I have been busy with a couple of things, so things will start to pick up in the near future, that's for sure. And things look good for GM mode. I really am happy with the way that it is going. Obviously, Universe mode is my key drawing point on the channel. I like to use wrestling terms. I don't know, I really like to use wrestling terms and like ratings terms in terms of my viewers. Like, I won't do this video because it's not going to draw any viewers. It's not going to be a draw. It's, I'm not going to play this game because it's not going to be a draw. And if I play this one, I'm probably going to get a lot more views because this game's more popular. I don't know. I just like to use certain terms and whatever. But yeah, so GM mode is actually doing good. I'm still happy with that. I'm still going to continue the series, no doubt. I really enjoy playing GM mode, so it's not going anywhere, and I really do want to finish it off. I want to get to WrestleMania. I want to finish a complete year of GM mode, and we'll see how we go from there. I would like to tackle into the older GM mode as well, especially 2007. That was probably my favorite, and I would love to get into that, but I don't, it's only on the PS2. I don't have a PS2 anymore. My dad sold it and gave it away or something. I don't know. He gave it away, and I don't have one anymore. So I have the disc, but I don't have the actual console. But I heard some rumors that the PS4 might be able to play PS2 games soon. So who knows? GM mode 2007 and older retro games might be making a bit of a comeback and might be featured on my channel. I don't know, but I would love to play those ones, obviously, and I think they are on the Xbox 360, so fuck you, Xbox owners. I don't have an Xbox. If you want to give me an Xbox, that's cool. But at the moment, it's pretty back and forth here, as you can see. Hardy Boys, more suited to this style, got the ladders out. This is more preferably their style of matchup compared to Crime Time. This ladder matchup, without a doubt. And I think it's going to be a bit out of the norm for these guys. And obviously the AI in this game is pretty crazy. I mean, you really compare the computer simulated matches from this generation compared to now. It's really crazy how much the improvement they have done, and it makes you really appreciate it. I mean, watching the matches kind of sucks. Obviously, title matches and self-proclaimed #1 contender matches, I don't play them, so I just leave it up to computer's hands anyway. So, but let's see, Hardy and Shad are up the top here, on top of the ladder, back and forth, right hands. And after right, Hardy's got him. Oh, neck breaker off the top of the ladder. Are you kidding me? Matt Hardy climbing up now. He's got the belt. Will he be able to take it down and get the tag titles for the Hardy Boys now? Jeff Hardy climbing up as well. That's not a good idea because that would certainly interfere in what's going on with Matt. Now the ladder's been pushed away. JTG's got it. Matt Hardy's up there though to stop it now. And uh-oh. Hardy's up. He's got him. Oh, right in the corner. I thought he was going to go outside the ring for a moment there. Luckily, he didn't. He's still alive and breathing. That would have, pretty much ruined him and killed any chances that he had. And we do skip forward a little bit. I know you guys get frustrated at me when I skip the matches, but I skipped like maybe 5 minutes or something of it because it was just the same thing over and over. You didn't miss anything. If I kind of skip it, it's because it's too long and nothing really happens anyway. So I know you guys get frustrated and go, why the fuck did you skip it? I really wanted to watch all of it. Or you skipped it on the best part, you son of a bitch. I think I've done that many times as well. To be honest, I don't really look what's happening. You know, I just kind of remember, okay, this is a bit of a slow point in it, I'll skip here. But here we go. JTG's got Hardy. Oh, he's taking him outside the ring. Jeff Hardy is outside after taking a suplex off the top of the ladder. I think Hardy's done. And, oh, just for good measure, JTG follows it up with a leg drop off the top rope. I think that could be the end of Jeff Hardy. So Crime Time in a very good situation here. Matt Hardy's up the top as well. Shad is up there with him. Here we go. Back and forth. Hardy's now. Oh! Beautiful neck breaker off the top. Can Hardy get to the top of the ladder and climb up and grab the belt? I don't know what he was doing there. He probably had the ladder in a decent position to climb up. He's going up now. Can he grab the belt? Not quite. He's got it now. Here we go. JTG's there. He's struggling. He's, you know, slowly crawling his way up the ladder. He's getting there. He's there. Hardy's gone. JTG's got it now. Jeff Hardy's up there. He's climbing up the wrong ladder. What are you doing, Jeff? He's taking forever to do it as well. Is he going to go coast to coast or something? I don't know. I think JTG's nearly got it. He's still hanging on. He's still got it. Hardy can't stop him. And hang on. He's just about got there. There he is. He's got it. Crime Time have retained the championships once again. Are you kidding me? How long are these guys going to have the tag team championships for? Is there anybody on the roster that can beat them? Just when you think they were down and out as tag team champions, they find a way to come back and win. You know, they don't normally win here on Smackdown very often, but they find a way to win the big one. And I guess that's all that matters is that you win the matches that count, and they certainly do that as they have retained their tag team championships once again. Great match there. Enjoyed that one. And well, Hardy Boys, where do they go from here? They've had their shot. Is it time for them to step away from the title scene as Johnny Nitro? He defeats Rey Mysterio once again. Actually, no, I think Johnny Nitro, is he a new Cruiserweight champion? I don't know, I'm forgetting. Triple H! He is the new United States champion. Brendan defeated Kane just before. But Triple H, he won. CM Punk, he's the #1 contender for the World Heavyweight Championship. There's so much just happened there. I didn't quite catch all of it. But Triple H, on his debut, has come in and has won the US Championship. That's a big moment. And Brendan has defeated Kane. I'm kind of dubbed that Brendan and Kane feud to be a #1 contender for the US Championship. So I'm going to dub Brendan as the #1 contender as a 3.5 star, 4 star, 4 star, 4 star, and a 4.5 star. And guess what? We get a 3.5 star overall show. We had one 3.5 star match, and that just means that the rest of it was 3.5 star. How does that make sense? I have no fucking idea. Who knows? Maybe THQ can explain it to me one day. But Cena, he wants a contract renewal, and all these guys, oh, I'm losing all the time. Oh, please give me a title shot. Oh, I want a title shot. Give me one. Oh, I want one too. Stop your whinging. I mean, MVP, look at him. He just had a title match. He just competed against Elijah Burke and Triple H in a US title match, and he still wants another one. How does this make any sense? I don't know. Why? I mean, MVP, I'm sorry, but you're just not main event material yet. So be happy that you're even getting a US Championship matchup. Don't cry when you don't get a world title matchup. You're not quite there yet, my friend. Frustrating. But hey, we did climb a little bit in the ratings. I think we got up 40,000 viewers or something like that. And of course, we are dominating the Power 25. So all is well in the land of SmackDown. Ratings are up. Doing well in the Power 25. We have, what, 5 or 6, I think it was, in the top 10, which is fantastic. Our roster is killing it. We are putting on 3.5 star rated shows, apparently. I think that one should have been at least 4 star. It was a good show. But hey, that'll do it for this week's episode of WWE SmackDown vs. Raw 2008. If you enjoyed it, leave a like, follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, and subscribe. See you next time.